of the advantages of the third world countries is that they are emerging. They are
If you
dynamic.
employ people, what is the minimum wage that people are supposed to be paid for the kind of job they are doing?
Hello, welcome to Let's Talk Business. My name is Segun Manuel, and on Let's Talk Business we look at how to build entrepreneurship not just in Africa but in the developing nations of the world. I urge you to join us here to watch Let's Talk Business weekdays on this station.
Imagine Africa.
Welcome to Let's Talk Business. My name is Segun Manuel, and on today's episode of the program we'll be looking at how to use the social media to grow your business. Many of us Africans and indeed Nigerians are on social media, but we really don't know the business side of the social media, and that's why we have a wonderful gentleman with us in the studio today to share with us how you can do business with social media. We have John Obidi in the house. John Obidi is the principal consultant of obidisocial.com. I'm sure many Nigerians who are on social media would know John Obidi. John, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome.
Okay, many people don't know you, but I'm sure many people have seen your name on the internet one way or the other, Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. You do so much, obidisocial.com. As a matter of fact, you were nominated as...
for the Future Awards Africa Prize for New Media.
Tell us what you do.
Okay, I'm John Obidi, and I'm the principal consultant of obidisocial.com. Basically, I see myself as a teacher. I like to enlighten and teach about how brands and small businesses can get exposure on the internet, especially using social media. You know, most of the time, Nigerians use social media to keep in touch with friends and family. But I like to bring a business side to it. So if you're a personal brand, if you're a big business, if you're a government parastatal, we're going to use help you use the power of social media, to leverage on the power of social media to get your messages across to your target audience.
Many businesses in Africa feel that social media is not important, but we know that it's so powerful now that governments across the world are concerned about what happens on social media. In fact, the Nigerian government, every issue that happens on social media, the next day, the government is talking about it. Government in the Middle Eastern nations of the world have been toppled by social media. What's this thing that makes the social media tick?
Okay, well, social media is really wide. You know, it's like I like to say, the internet is the closest man has come to being omnipresent. Now, with social media, brands and individuals can actually walk into your living room, into your bedroom, through your mobile phones. Messages are being passed across to billions of people worldwide at the push of a button. You know, most Nigerian youth don't even read newspapers. We get to know about what happens in Nigeria from social media.
That's right.
You know, when you want to know about what this governor said or that senator said, you don't go to the papers really. It's on social media. You know, so it's that powerful, from a tool to communicate and keep in touch, socialize. People that are really proactive about this pass certain messages across, whether you're a government parastatal or whatever it is you do. Messages are being passed across. And in the field of marketing, people are using and now seeing the power of this tool. You know, so it is really very powerful. At the last count, Nigerians accounted for 11.2 million out of the total number of people on Facebook. You know, and 11.2 million Nigerians are on Facebook.
So if you pass out the message on Facebook and you target Nigerians, you get 11.2 million people see that message.
Potentially, yes, but that goes to tell you what kind of reach you expect to get on social media. Yeah, and it is really, really powerful. Like we were discussing earlier, if you were to show an advert or maybe a sponsored message on TV, it's not measurable.
The amount of people you reach.
All the broadcasting house can tell you is they've pushed out your messages. They cannot tell you quantitatively how many people saw that program. How many of them are men, how many are women. How many are below 15, how many are above 30. But social media is that measurable, is that granular. It can tell you, you know what, we've pushed out your advert to 10 million people. Out of this 10 million people, you've been able to reach 7 million males, 3 million females. Out of this 3 million females, 10% of them are below 21.
That's right.
Out of this number, 5% are business women. This percent are in oil and gas. It's that granular.
Wow.
So you can get your messages laser targeted at the demographic you're looking for. So if you want to run a campaign for people in the oil and gas sector, you can actually target that message to those in that sector, strictly for them. Someone in the field of transportation will not get to see that. So it's that laser targeted. Mainstream media right now does not give us that level of control we have over our broadcast messages.
Wow. Wow. Many people will tell you that I go on Facebook every day. I spend 30 minutes, I spend 1 hour on Facebook, but I really don't know how to make money out of this. I know that's basically what we're going to talk about today, but we won't do all of that until we come back on the other side of the program. When we come back, we'll talk about that. Welcome back to Let's Talk Business. We still have John in the house, who's the principal consultant at obidisocial.com. I think you should go and check out the site, www.obidisocial.com. You see quite a lot there. Before you tell us, John, how we can make money on social media, we talked about a video earlier on how you can get internet $1 a day.
Okay, $1 a month.
$1 a month. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, it's not categorically like people can get internet right now at $1 a month, but it's a project that was being carried out in Kenya, to bring cheap broadband internet to local farmers in Kenya. It uses a technology called TV white spaces. So they were able to utilize unused TV frequencies to transmit internet. The equipment was nothing more than just local TV antennas, the ones that we throw away here. They just use that and transmit broadband internet. And when they put together the service costs and everything, they were able to deliver this service to the farmers at $1 a month.
$1
Yes, in Kenya.
A month?
Yeah, unlimited broadband.
Wow.
And I hear that with an extra $1 or so, you could get solar power to power your portable device. So it's a really revolutionary breakthrough. And I hear that it's being pioneered in Nigeria by Microsoft, but we don't quite have a timeline on that yet, but it's in development.
So definitely the cost of internet will...
Yes, it is going to drop. The only reason why we have issues now is that internet services here are being championed by the 3G big boys, the telecommunications providers, and it costs them quite a lot, in fairness to them, to give us this service. So it's understandable, but when fiber optic technology takes root in Nigeria, it will crash down. It will.
Definitely. I spend quite a while on Facebook every day and on Twitter, and I flip through YouTube videos and all of that. So I kind of spend a lot of money trying to get internet and all of that. But what I want to know, I think what my viewers also want to know is, how do I make money from just being on Facebook?
Okay, well,
break it down for us.
Okay, I really like this question. If you're listening at home, pay attention, because you'll pay to get this outside, okay? All right. I have a mailing list of people that I send periodic tips about social media, and most of the feedback I get is, how do I make money on Facebook? How do I make money on Twitter? And I think a lot of damage has been done by early internet marketers, no disrespect to them, that say, hey, get rich quick, surveys online. I'm sure you may have seen get paid to read emails, get paid to click, and it really irritates me. So people see my business and say, hey, I heard that you can help us make money on Facebook. Not exactly, not in that context. If you have a product or service that you want people to know about, if you're a personal brand and you're trying to get yourself out there, social media can help you achieve that. Of course, the bottom line we're aiming for is increased revenue, which is basically money. But you must have a product or service.
Must have something.
Basically, you must have something to sell. If it's a product, if it's a service, if it's you, you must have something to sell.
That's right.
Besides that, you don't have any business asking to make money on Facebook. That's the yellow brick road.
So I can't make money by just being there and clicking on pages like you talked about.
No, you lose money actually because you're losing time. You pay money for bandwidth. You're losing money. You know, you might enjoy making friends and socializing, but that's just all you get. You don't make money for just being on Facebook, but you can make money in the long run by leveraging on the power of that social network.
That you have.
Yes. Promote your business to those people who are socializing. Those people are your prospective customers.
Okay. So I'm a small businessman. I just started my business. I'm into public speaking, and I'm looking at ways where I can make money from this my business, because I know I'm always on Facebook and all of that with my phone. I'm on Facebook with my laptop. I'm on Facebook with iPad and all of that. I'm on Facebook. How do I make money knowing that my business is public speaking? How do I make money from that?
So as a public speaker, what is your goal? Your goal is basically to be known, and so that people can say, hey, this guy is good. We should invite him to speak. And that's how you make money.
That's right.
So how do you do that? First of all, you must develop yourself as a personal brand online.
Okay.
You must create visibility. Now, there's a 3-step process by which any business can attract prospects and make money on social media. And I'll go through that right now. It's a 3-step process. The first step is called attract. At this stage, you want to attract people to your personal brand. You're a public speaker, Segun Manuel. Attract people. Get a page on Facebook and advertise to people that are interested in public speaking. Facebook has this tool that a lot of people do not know about. It's called precise interests. So you're a public speaker, you can create an ad. Hey, Segun Emmanuel, public speaker. And target that ad to Nigerians interested in other public speakers. Brian Tracy has millions of fans on Facebook. You can say, I'm a public speaker and I want to advertise to fans of Brian Tracy. So your advert is laser targeted to those people that are already
His fans.
In that industry. They're his fans, so it's likely they would be interested in what you have to say. That's the attraction phase. You get them to see your brand, like your page, fall in love with your brand, your content. And that leads us to the second page, to the second stage, engage. So you have attract, you've attracted them on Facebook, engage. You must engage. In marketing, we know that people only buy from other people that they know or like.
That's right.
So you're on a mission to be liked, basically. So every personal brand, your mission on social media, Facebook in this case, is not to sell but to teach. The fastest way to get liked, to get recognized for your craft on social media, is to teach about your industry. That's what worked for me, and that's what works for a lot of people that I consult for. So you're a you're a public speaker. Teach about, hey, 5 ways to overcome your public speaking fears. 5 ways to convince your audience. 5 ways to win your audience over. 5 ways to break out of shyness. People yearn for these things. People want these things. And the fact that you are giving out this content free of charge, they love you already. So you put out your content there, they see it, oh my goodness, so you mean Segun Emmanuel is going to teach me how to be a public speaker free of charge? Wow, cool. And they watch your video or listen to your podcast for free, and they like it. And of course, we are on the second phase, which is engagement. Encourage them to ask questions. And someone says, hey, I want to break into public speaking. What do I do? You respond to that comment. You've engaged your audience. This should take place like over a while. And with time, they begin to know you, become more familiar with you, even address you on a first name basis. They love you, they know you. Leads us to the third stage, convert. Convert them into customers. Now, as a public speaker, it's basically a two-pronged approach. First, you want to be known on social media so that people who have seminars or want you to come speak to their companies, talk to their workforce, can find you on social media and invite you. That's money on one end. On the second end, you can make money from your audience that already loves you. Now, that is much easier because they trust your content. They've been inspired by your content. What do you do? Put forth a material, maybe a 50-page book, public speaking in a box. And you don't need to talk too much about this product because you've been giving them value over time. Human beings feel that need for reciprocity. Naturally. So they've been gleaning off your content, off your wealth of knowledge. When you bring out that book, they will support you. When you bring out that course, that video material, whatever it is you have to sell, they will support you naturally. So that's the yellow brick road. Attract, engage, and convert. But the mistake a lot of people make, don't just come out and make money. Don't just come the first stage, just convert. You know, so I am on Facebook and I see an ad that says, hey, speaker XYZ wants to teach you how to be a public speaker. I don't know you. I'll ignore that advert. I'll go on to whatever else I was doing, you know. But public speakers like Brian Tracy, Steve Harris, a very good example. They create content on a consistent basis. They engage with their audience. You know, they've given out a lot of free content. Right now, if Steve Harris says, hey, I'm releasing my next book or my next video course on maybe business in a box, and I'm selling it for 20,000 naira,
people will buy.
I will listen because I know Steve Harris. I have downloaded his podcasts. I trust his content. I like him because he has given me value. I will buy. So that's how it works for any personal brand, whatever it is you have to sell. Attract, engage, convert. Attract, engage, convert.
That's on Facebook and Twitter.
Facebook and Twitter. It works basically the same way. I'm just using Facebook because that seems to be where most Nigerians are clustered. But the same thing works across social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, or LinkedIn. Wherever you find yourself, it's the basic philosophy. You know, and most people try to see it as social marketing. Social marketing, it's basically just a study in psychology. Why do people buy? You know, people don't ask themselves this question enough. You know, why do they buy? They buy because they trust you and they like you. Simple. You're on a mission to be trusted and liked. That's it.
I like that. People, if you go to YouTube, you see a lot of videos on YouTube. People just go there, put content there, keep it there, and all of that. How do you? I know that some of the videos for you to watch, they say you pay money for watching, and if you have to use your internet, they get extra credit for watching videos on YouTube. How does all of that work? I really don't understand. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll be learning today on how that can make money.
Well, YouTube has a partner program. And they basically have advertisers whose adverts they place on your videos if you're a content creator on YouTube. So if you have videos on YouTube, you could apply to be a partner. And for every time someone watches your video and their ad on your video, you get paid a certain amount of money. You know, this is actually the main source of income for a lot of people on YouTube, especially those into entertainment. So, well, yeah, people do get paid by putting up their videos on YouTube, but that's not really the only way. If you do not really want to use YouTube, you could use local ads, and I really like this method. For example, this show could be on YouTube and could show adverts of people around who pay to get their goods and services publicized and all that. Send traffic to those videos on YouTube and then the advertisers get value for their money because they get that exposure you're sending them on YouTube. So it's both ways. Either you want to join the YouTube partner program, or you could take the law into your hands and put your own adverts on your videos. It's a free for all, basically.
Both ways you make money.
Both ways, yeah.
Cool. I know there's a lot more you want to talk about. You told me about your program, how you train people on the basics of. Tell us about your radio program, internet radio program, and how you teach people on how to make money on YouTube.
Okay. Basically, like I said before, I see myself as a trainer. I like to train people on how they can leverage the power of social media to get that exposure for their business and, of course, make money. That's the bottom line. So I have a blog, obidisocial.com, where I distribute content from time to time, giving free tips on how people can make money on social media, how they can advertise and get exposure on social media. I also have a newsletter people can sign up for. It's free. So I email this list from time to time about the goings-on in social media and the likes of that.
And all that training you give on your blog is for free?
It's free.
And you make money from that?
Well, from what I've been saying, you would see that it's all value for value. Okay. Attract, engage. What's the last one? Convert. Attract, engage, convert. You know, so I basically attract. My blog is where I engage people. You know, I distribute content that's of value. If you go to my website, check out the testimonial page, you would see a lot of comments from people who have benefited from the content that I share. Now, if you wanted to get someone to facilitate a training or a workshop, and you're trying to gauge how good John Obidi actually is, all you actually have to do is go to my testimonials page, you know, and you would see loads of comments about people who say, "Oh, this has been really cool," and it's a no-brainer. It's like a zero-step interview, if you like. You know, all you have to do is see what word of mouth is saying about this brand, and that's basically it. And that really leads us to another part of social media, which is called social media monitoring. You know, that's quite a new concept where brands can use this as a PR strategy to know what people are saying about them. You know, you can go on Twitter now and search Segun Manuel or Segun Manuel and know what people are saying about you. If you're a government functionary or a politician, you'll get on social media and just search for your name in double quotes on Twitter and see what people are saying about you. You know, so that's social media monitoring. You know, it's another part of social media. You know, but that just by the way. But I'm just trying to say how social media just puts word of mouth on steroids. You know, somebody who needs to patronize me for what I do just needs to go search John Obidi. What did they say about this guy? You know, so what I did was just to search John Obidi, and I aggregated the best of what people were saying about me, and I pasted them there. That's simple. And the way it's done, it's a Twitter embed, so you can see that it's not altered in any way. It links back to the original story. So I put about 15 or so of the best comments, of what people were honestly saying from all over the world. You know, it's social media, remember, so it's the internet worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Yeah, so you can
so
tell people.
The market is not limited.
It's not limited. Yeah. You know, I do what I do from one of the most obscure places in Nigeria, and you know, people don't know because they don't need to know. I have the internet, so I'm omnipresent. Remember what I said before? Right. You know, I can be anywhere. So that's basically the yellow brick road. In essence, you know, you can be anywhere and run your business. You don't have to be in the hubs or in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on to this episode of the program, John. I personally have learned a lot today, and there's a lot more that we need to do together. But before I let you go, I would ask you to look at the camera in front of you and talk to young people who are out there waiting for the white collar job to come. Because I know you graduated from school and started all of this without waiting for the buyer. I know you did that. And there are those also who are stuck in their jobs and are saying, I hate this job, but I have to do it because I have to make money. What's your last advice to those people? Look at the camera. Okay,
basically what I'm going to say is not really in form of advice, work hard. I'm going to give you a blueprint. Now, social media is wide, as you know. there are a lot of industries, but I'm going to concentrate now really quickly on personal brands, because that's one part I'm really passionate about, personal brands. Now, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, a singer, if you're a public speaker like Mr. Segun Manuel, if you have anything you want to market to the world, I'm going to give you a quick way to get known for what you do, really quick. Now, there are a lot of platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, I'll stick to Facebook. If you want to know everything, go to my website, contact me, I'll give you the full scoop. But real quick on this program, go to Facebook and create a business page. A Facebook page is different from a Facebook profile. A profile is what most people have. It's what you use to communicate with your friends, your family, what you use to keep in touch. Create a business page where you can be reached. Okay, now that will be the home of your personal brand on Facebook. My Facebook page currently is facebook.com/obidisocial. That's how you can reach me. When you go there, you see the messages that I constantly communicate. That's what you need to do immediately. Okay, now you're a writer. Let me talk to writers right now. It can be used for any industry, but let me talk to writers. Wole Soyinka is a great writer, but in his day, he didn't have 1/10 of the technology we have today. So if you want to be a writer, make money from writing, get to Facebook, create a Facebook page. Okay, get a graphic designer to design a cover page, get a nice picture that will work as your profile picture, and then start posting little tidbits. We talked about attract, engage, convert. Attract people to that page. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to cost you a little money, but it will be worth it. Okay, spend a little money on Facebook ads. Writers that are already established, like Chimamanda Adichie, they have followers. Okay, laser target your ads to fans of Chimamanda Adichie. She has millions of followers. So target your brand to her followers. They will see your brand, and because they are already interested in writing, they are already interested in contextually Nigerian writers, they will like your page. Attract them to your page, grow the following, and on that page, engage them. Put out your content. If you've written unofficially your novel, copy like a paragraph or maybe 3 lines that are really exciting on the novel and paste on your Facebook page like once a day. People will comment because they like writing. They like fictional or non-fictional work. They will like your work. They will comment. Engage them. Now, a lot of people want to sell on Facebook, but the most effective way of selling on social media is by growing an email list. I could talk about that for a whole year, but I'm not going to go deeply into that. Go to mailchimp.com. You can get an account there for $10 a month. Is what I use, is what a lot of people, a lot of personal brands use to grow their email list and communicate their brand messages. So go to mailchimp.com, sign up for an account. You're going to get your fans on Facebook to enter their email addresses into your database, and you will grow that email list. Why I'm saying this is because of something Facebook calls EdgeRank. You cannot guarantee that everyone will see your messages when you post. Matter of fact, less than 10% of your Facebook fans will see your message when you post. So you need to funnel the majority of your Facebook fans into your email list. All right, now the most effective way of doing this is by creating an offer. If you're a writer, create a 5-page or 10-page manual. 5 ways to become a better writer. There are many Nigerians who want to learn about these things. There are many Nigerians who would do anything for the skills that you currently have. 5 ways to be a better writer. Make that into a PDF. Make it free. Okay? Put that on your Facebook page and drive traffic to that offer. And in exchange for that ebook, they will enter their names and email addresses in your database. Like I said, your email database provider is going to be mailchimp.com. So you will have those people in your mailing list. From time to time, maybe once a week, email these people, give them value. This is how to write. This is how to sell, how to publish a book. Keep doing that, and between the space of 1 to 2 months, say, hey, I've just finished my book. What do you think? Read the first chapter and review. Get them involved in your brand, and when you want to sell, it's easy peasy. It's very easy. Now, if you want to publish your book and maybe you don't want to print, you can go to Okada Books, okadabooks.com. You can publish your book to that app, and people can buy your books on their mobile devices. Now this is some publicity for Okada Books, but I really like the app. So that's how anybody can get started. And when you make little successes, success begets success. You grow it that way. You sell to 10 people, sell to 100 people, it grows. And in no time, you become an established brand as a writer or whatever it is you have to sell. Those are my parting words.
I hope you got something from what John has shared with us today, because I got quite a lot from what he has shared with us. It's not just what you heard that matters, it's how you're able to use what you heard. Like Steve Harris would say, it is not what you don't have that limits you, it's what you have, but you don't know how to use. We showed you what you have available to you now. We showed you all the apps you need to use. John has showed you how to print your book for free, how to sell your book for free, how to use your Facebook page to make money. Now it's for you to know how to use what we've already showed you that you have. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Business today. Don't go anywhere. There'll be more programming on ABN. But my name is Segun Manuel, and we have been talking business. Hello, I'm Segun Manuel, and we believe that entrepreneurship is something we must develop in Africa and indeed the developing economies of the world. That is why we have this program called Let's Talk Business on this station. We want you to watch because we sit down with entrepreneurs and they encourage you on how to develop your own entrepreneurship business. Keep watching Let's Talk Business on this station.
Let's Talk Business, showing